and we can begin with the draft. I think the players are about to start. We've got Ramwi here co-casting. Vertex versus Song. This is going to be an incredible series. I'm so set. I feel like this is one of those ones where each game could be a vicious rush, or it could be some late stage Iron Age game, and I love it. I love it. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be great.
Yeah, these things really are starting to heat up as we progress through
Hmm.
progress through this tournament. Um, every time we get to the next game, it just gets that much more exciting. So, looking forward to this one for sure.
Vertex first picks Phoenician. And Minoan, oh, I knew that the meta picks. So these two players know each other very well. And I'm just surprised that Shang didn't go first. I mean, it's been the meta, right? Like every single set, you always expect Shang to get picked, but I'm thinking these players are thinking about the maps a little differently than others, and this makes sense. Shang getting picked third by Blackwolf, picking up Minnow, Roman, and Shang. That's a nice lineup right there. Minoan, it's got to be from the inland pick. It's the only map that makes sense for the Civ in this draft. In the next round, we'll be moving on to best of fives. So there we'll have another water map being added. So the Civ draft will open up a lot when there's five. Five Civs to pick. And Karth being picked up finally for Vertex. What are your thoughts on this draft so far?
Well, certainly a little bit different than we've seen before. It's not that the Civs are different, but the order that they picked them in was different, which
Yeah.
was very intriguing here that
Oh
Phoenician and Minoans went
yeah.
first.
Hmm. Phoenician Minnow going first. I think that's interesting for Phoenicians because you have to wonder where he's going to be playing them, right? Like, is it Foe on Inland, then Yam on Hill, and then saving Karth for Oasis? I mean that could be it. That sounds like a good lineup to me, but or do you do Yam on Inland and then you have Foe on Hill Country, which is weird, right? It's not your standard pick, but Foe could deal with Roman, I guess, on Hill. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Let's hop into the first game pretty quickly here. Don't want to waste too much time. Um, oh no. Okay, so we have our players. I need to ask them for their drafts. Message me Discord your civ pick. We do blind draft here, so they have to pick. Yeah, color's wrong. All right, here we go. Here we go. Oh man. So they'll be messaging me shortly what civ they're picking from their draft for the first game, and we are about to start. Inland, the settings look good to me. Yep. Wait. What?
You got to go. You got to go spec, Winston.
Oh, it does not say. Okay. It's always so buggy. All right, we have Minnow versus Karth. Okay.
Showing Hittite for
Yep.
Vertex still.
Yeah.
Sure.
He was hiding it. He was hiding it.
I
He
see.
accidentally picked a civ, I think, earlier. And yeah, we're good to go. So my little thing on the top is bugged, so hide that.
Karth for this one. That's interesting. Thought for sure that Karth would have been saved for Oasis.
Oh, what have I done wrong? Oh, here. Hide that, and then I go 1 and 2. 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Okay. Okay, I'm back to my old setup. But here we go. Okay. So I added the little. So if you're watching on the stream or in YouTube or whatever, there's a little color up here on the top left. Um, that's gonna correspond with the player color. That's basically the best I can do because as you guys know, when you spectate in this game, uh the civs when you change, the only indicator about what player you're actually spectating is this little tiny arrow down here that you can barely see. So what I've done is I've also had color up here. So when I switch a lot between the two player perspectives, as you can see, I'm switching right now, and now it should be pretty easy to tell what's going on. Anyway, let's dive into the first game. We got inland. We got Karth for Vertex up in the north corner. He's got an interesting map, access to the water. He's already found it as well. On the south side, we've got Song. Song with a really nice map for Minnow. Well, actually, not really for Minnow. What are your thoughts on these maps so far? Sorry, I was explaining something. Can you? Can you...
Oh, yeah. So, if we look at Vertex's map for a second, I get we can actually look at either
Yeah,
one, but
yeah.
you notice that Vertex got one strag that's sitting there. And so some people may not realize, but in prior iterations of this game, there was no commitment to getting strags. And that was unfair that people could have no strags and have to walk a long way for any wood, etc. And so everybody starts with at least one strag. But what that means here is his map. He could have started with nothing. He gets his bare wood, um, and that's frustrating.
He's Karth though. They make up for that. The 50 extra wood goes
Oh,
a
that's
very
true.
long way. So we'll actually have a very good pit time even with the one strag. Any other civ, that
Oh,
would be brutal.
well, speaking of any other Civ, let's look at Black Waltz. Basically the same issue. He's got one strag and then he's got to hoof it.
He's managed it well though, I think. Um, he's managed it really well. He's gonna get a really nice push. I'm really happy with that one. Oh man, these players are just both so competitive. This is gonna be such an exciting series. You know, it's funny. Oftentimes in the Stone Age, we start talking about like what the players are doing and stuff, and like if it's weird or if it's bad. But I don't think there's gonna be too much to talk about. The players are both just gonna play really well, so we don't need to like super panic or anything. I'm just so happy right now. This is it. This is the moment, right? This is why we play these tournaments, is to get to matches and sets like these. As
So
now.
just another point on this map. So yesterday, if you watched, we had a very similar start with one unique exception, as you pointed out yesterday. Today, we have one crossing. Yesterday, you had triple crossing.
Hmm.
And inland is probably one of the most diverse map generators in the game. Uh, but I'm glad we got this. This looks like this is going to be a very interesting match to play out between two exceptionally strong players.
Yeah, and it's just the one crossing right in the center, and there's kind of a sea on either side. The right side is notably cut off, so this could be considered a private deep if someone were to take it. And we do see Vertex already crossing the map with a villager. He did spot, I think, a villager of Song, but Song, I think, is going to catch this. Vertex just hiding with his blue pants, trying to hide in the blue water, but he is caught immediately. There's no Vil on the other side for Song, and this Vil is super trapped. It's gonna be a tough. It's gonna be a tough move to get out of there. It looks like he's gonna cut him off, so at least the Vil won't escape into his town. But hmm, already some tension here. The painter's being caught. High level stuff
Yeah.
already.
Well, you hate to lose a painter like this, obviously, but he has got enormous information about where Black Walt's town is. So
Hmm.
that is good. Cost him a bill to get there, but he did get something out of it.
Yeah, and we can see the click gonna be a little late here for Song. Actually, it looks like he was having trouble with the map. Only one gazelle pushed. His wood pit's pretty far away. That he placed. Interesting spot,
Oh,
if you ask me.
the lion goes after Song.
Oh, the chasing Vil has to
He
deal with the
did
lion.
he did I don't know if he did that intentionally, whether he saw the lion, the Vertex walked right by it, and then the lion aggroed. That's a huge save for Vertex,
Yeah, but
given that he knows where Song's town is.
we'll see. He's walking by a house here. Always risky there. We could see a Vil from the woodline getting pulled, and immediately look at that reaction. That's insane. People don't realize that the house has like one line of sight around it, and he saw that. That's an incredible level of awareness, right? Like it's just incredible. Really good stuff from him. And we'll see the age up for Black. What was a bit late actually. I think he struggled with the map a little bit, but he did go up 3 more Vils. So their age ups are going to be within 10 seconds, with Vertex getting a slight lead, but he's going to be down 3 Vils, and now a fourth Vil actually, because he dropped a Vil on the hill. Looks like Song was able to clean that up. Painter's dead. Problem solved, you might say, right?
Yeah, I thought there was another one going somewhere, a forward one, but maybe not.
We can check
Oh, he
kills. I
went
don't
for
think
the.
so. He went back.
No,
Whoa,
I think he's
Vertex
going to
has
dock
two
that
losses.
C.
Oh, whoa! Oh boy. Oh my gosh. That Ville just got dunked. Oh my gosh. Maybe that's what happened to Vertex's Ville. These Crocs are feasting. These
Jeez.
Crocs are feasting, and there's Vertex building a dock on the sea on the left. This is a pretty good spot, but honestly, the dock placement itself leaves a bit to be desired for, right? Like three fish. I guess if you get to fishing ship pretty quick, these deep fish back here aren't too bad, but that's a pretty long way to go. Song though, already adding in those walls, just gonna be playing pretty greedy. Looks like a couple defensive slings, adding in the storage pit. No market yet, so not even rushing up the upgrade. I think he's just going to be content to playing the safe and defensive. Meanwhile, same story for Vertex. He's adding a few slingers of his own. He's already got the market. He's adding in the fishing boats. I'd say the biggest difference right now is it's actually hard to find one. It's just a few vil lead for Song, but that's going to be neutralized pretty quickly with the dock, right?
Yeah. This
Passive
the thing
game.
to watch here is this dock here. Is Song going to get a dock? And it doesn't look like he's particularly interested in it.
He's sending a vil
Um,
out now. Another one, maybe another brave vil to manage the crossing, or he's okay with just leaving it as is. Dangerous space. Usually you see players navigate through that pretty easily. It looks like he might be trying to drop a dock on the river, just because
oh,
maybe he can tell based on the growth.
Vertex will spot it because he's using one of his fishing boats as a scout. So uh,
Hmm.
I think if Song does drop one there, he'll get spotted fairly early. Oh, here comes the first army. Vertex coming south.
Yeah, a little bit, a little bit of a push out here. It's interesting game. You could tell these players give a lot of respect to each other, and when the meta plays like this, it's interesting because a lot of times you feel one player feels weaker in a match like this, and they feel like they have to rush or they're going to lose. Both these players extremely confident in their abilities, able to they think that they can win the long game, right? Both of them. So they're willing to fall into the a more defensive play, and we'll see. I mean, it's working
Five
pretty
on
well.
five.
Stone upgrade is pretty even. Fishing boats being added by Vertex still. Well, they both caught on
Five
a
on
right
five.
click. It's 6 on 5 though. And Vertex has got a lot of free hits at the start, so he's
Oh,
looking really
six on
good.
five. Yeah.
Yeah, there's another guy in there. So yeah, Vertex gonna get a really good start to this game. Even with the fishing boats as well. Song adding in that scout ship, but Vertex completely unaware. He scouted a bit for an enemy dock. Oh, and look at that fish pit he got in the north. That's beautiful. Four shorefish? That's really nice. One of those vills is struggling, but this could snowball fast. You don't normally expect a 6 on 5 slinger matchup to go that one-sided, right?
I feel like Black Bolt's kind of stumbled into Vertex, and Vertex noticed quickly.
Yeah.
I think that's probably why it went disproportionately in Vertex's favor.
Yeah, but you don't expect it to, right? And that's what I mean. Is like you don't expect it
Hmm.
to the micro to be that bad, right? And so it just kind of erupted into this. And you know what I was talking about yesterday with the one tile gap? Look at this
Yes.
rotation. Like, where did his slingers even go? I guess he's camping the middle, watching for reinforcements. That'll be fine. And he's got the scout ship as well, which is going to key in Vertex. This is a big moment for Vertex. Is he now knows that he needs to add scout ships because he should know that this is connected. And Song adding a second dock, maybe looking to fish with that, maybe looking to double down on the sea control. This map might play out like rivers if it extends, and coming back in for the flank with the reinforcements, being cut off. Song with a beautiful move there. Scout ship really helping him out.
Yeah, these guys are now officially behind enemy lines here.
Hmm.
Would not want to be part of that squad.
Yeah, but Vertex has such a big Vil lead, and it's in all these fishing boats. It's quite nice. I mean, Song is going the wrong way to spot the economy. He's going the wrong way. That's so unfortunate for him. He's gonna make it all the way down to this river, and there's gonna be nothing there, and these slings are gonna loop around the back. Vertex is able to afford 4 barracks now, though, because he's on that. Oh, Vertex is just gonna go bronze. He's adding the stable now. This is insane. If Song doesn't catch this fishing economy fast enough, and he's just adding his own now. He's adding another scout ship, but I don't think he's gonna spot the economy. Inland is such a weird jank map. It really requires, I think, 2 vills scouting the map a lot. Like this vill building the dock is doing really well. Just need to keep scouting, and Vertex with that a little advance warning, adding in a few boats, clicks up to bronze, and pushes out again across the middle. Looks like he's maybe gonna try and flank the army here, but I don't know. It's a bit rough. Actually, risky move here for Vertex. Moving in with his army is gonna leave him completely exposed to a counterattack, and he just clicked up. This is so risky. This is
Yeah,
so
this is
risky.
interesting. It's interesting because he's got 2 armies, one on either side of Song. Not particularly threatening at this point, but they are there. If he combines the 2, it could be something to a force to be dealt with.
Meanwhile, Song adding more fishing boats is going to be moving north with his 3 scout ships. That is against just the 2 defensively here. So this could go really well for Song in just a moment. He's got plenty of wood to build more scout ships as well. Both players do, but with 2 docks to 1, this could go really, really poorly for Vertex. He's going to have to deal with this massive counterattack. He's quick walling as best as he can. What a move from Song. Reading the situation properly. If you're going to try and counterattack, I know I'm well done in safe. I'm just going to counterattack to you. So the counterattack becomes the double counterattack, and oh my gosh, this is tricky. This is tricky. At the
Now, the
same
one
time,
the one
idling the fish.
advantage one big advantage that Vertex does have here is that his racks are that's open.
It's open now. Yeah, this is a problem. He's going to have gold for a quick cav. I think cav and slings will be able to hold this, but this is not the opening to Bronze Age that you wanted. And his vills are pathing around in such a weird way, but Blackwolf walking a weird way. He's going to be completely idling the sea. Blackwolf with a beautiful play there. This is what Minoan wants to do. And meanwhile, looks like there were some engagements with the slings back here that Vertex did come out ahead in. And another one on the hill where he also came out maybe a little ahead, but Blackwolf just pulling back. And that's going to help Song in the long run, is that this army is just doing a lot more damage to Vertex's economy. This trade just went so well for Blackwolf. And he's not too far behind on the bronze click. If you look, he's at 600 food. Queuing up a few more slings and forcing a few more cav out. This is a really bad position now for Vertex. Completely out of food. No food income really to work with. Man, what a game. Adding the government
What's
center
the
though.
what's the timeline look like? He's got to be favoring
Yeah,
Blackwelt's pretty significantly.
heavily favoring Blackwold. Big Vil lead now. Because he's got the fishing economy with Minoan as well. So these are really cheap fishing boats. He's got farms with the extra food. Look at that. That's beautiful economy back home. Blackwolf, Song, he's doing amazing. Vertex, struggling.
It really early on, to me looked like it was favoring Vertex when he had the dock up uncontested. He was putting a little bit forward pressure, but things have completely switched around here.
Yeah, you can just look at look at this economy now for Blackwolf. Like he's got a ton of space to fish, plenty of scout ships to deal with the war galley upgrade, and back at home, just a beautiful economy. He's starting to mine a lot of gold though, like a lot on gold. I don't know why he needs 7 on gold. Maybe he's doing something.
Well, look how many farms he's already built, and he's Minoan, so he's going to have as much food as he needs. I think he
He's
just wants to
going
be able to
iron.
pump army.
7 on gold though. You don't need 7 for compies. I think he might be considering iron. After all that damage he did, if he fast irons, I don't know what the point would be though. Into what?
No,
Is he just gonna boom? But 7 on gold. Weird.
and he's going defense. He's putting the walls up. Yeah, it's So this is a little
Yeah.
different than I would have expected. I think, you know, he had such a commanding lead. You'd think it would be all aggression.
There's multiple ways to convert a lead though. Hello, sir. Is this your favorite? Is this AoE your favorite? Probably, yeah. I mean, yeah, maybe. I like all the Age of Empires though. I like two a lot. That might be like my actual favorite. I don't know. I like them all. I also like four. I don't know. I like all the Age games. And now we do see the compy switch. He's pulled Vils off gold, so I guess he realized he had too many. Maybe it was just in the moment. He's like, oh, I need gold for when I get up. Maybe he thought he might need some cav or something. Yeah, we can see big plays here coming in. We already got wheel on the way. Fishing ship is gonna boost up his eco a ton. Those two techs, he's getting war galley to help control the middle. And he's going to be going compies. Minone with that extra range, so brutal. And, you know, Vertex, all that pressure on his eco delayed wheel till now. He's gonna have a later wheel, even though he was up to bronze. How much faster?
Now
Four or
he
five
does have
minutes?
two TCs, and I think Song's only got one. See how long that continues.
I think Song could potentially be thinking about iron still. I don't know why I keep saying that, but his macro seems like it's for iron. I mean, if we see a temple or a siege workshop, that'll be the indicator. But if we see a government center, we'll see the boom. I would expect the government center boom though. Like that's the normal play here, right?
3 TCs for Vertex now.
There's the
Vertex is the
government
type of
center.
player you cannot give him an opportunity to catch up, and Vertex is clearly going to try to boom up and make up that eco
Yeah.
gap that he has.
Yeah, he really is gonna make that up too. I mean, Song playing really passively now. He's got a good control of the sea. Something Vertex could do is dock the right. That was a private deep for him, but he's got a
A
TC
lot of
there as
fish,
well.
a lot of fish in there if he sees it.
Yeah, you were saying 3 TC, and that's really insane that he's just getting away with this right now. Like this is when Black Bolt needs to punish or boom himself. And look at, I I think he might be going iron, but I really don't know into what. No, he's adding a TC now. This is just strange. He's going compies, but it feels a little slow. Like not enough ranges. Like at this stage, his economy could easily support 9 or 10 ranges. Um, but we'll see.
I don't know. This reminds me a little bit of the game yesterday when was it Silvers and he had his army and could have made a difference. He kept it back. He was a little too cautious and waited too long. I just a little concerned that Black Welts might be doing the same thing here.
The ego count draws ever closer, and see, remember, Vertex was fishing at first. There's actually only a little bit left, and in a lot of Blackwell's economy is about to go idle, and there really isn't anywhere for these fish to go, right? Like these fishing ships can, I guess, migrate down to here. There's a couple fish spots, but he's gonna have to find that, redo that, and it's not as easy as it seems. The comp is coming across though now, killing the vanguard of slingers defending Vertex's base, and what do we see as a response? Some cavalry being produced, and there's just not enough compies to really make me terrified yet. Once this gets up to 30 though, Cav stop working, right?
So Winston, if we take out all the fishing boats that Song has, the Vil lead really goes to Vertex. The thing is, can he survive long enough to take advantage of it?
Yeah, this timing is about to be pretty nuts. He was banking a lot of res, so much that I was thinking he was going iron, but he's not, right? He's just spamming out these compies. He's now got 6 ranges producing. He saw a cav or something. Something's making him get the armor upgrade, and it's a smart play to get the armor upgrade. He's gonna have +4, gonna force Vertex into getting +4 attack, and Vertex still doesn't even have nobility as Karth. Very good tech to be getting. Potentially a range coming in for Karth as well, or not a range, a siege workshop after he's built this range. Just gonna add some more tiles. A couple farms being idled. Nobility coming in, and I think that's when we're gonna see this engagement really. Song has kind of spread out his forces a bit. This could leave him exposed to a cavalry charge, maybe from the south here, as he does move around the south side of the map. He's just completely open on this side, by the way, but doesn't seem that Song cares too much. And another Vil will die, but buying himself a ton of time, and we could see, now this is when the reinforcements start to get attacked. Nobility about to come in. And Song's now on to 10 ranges, so this is a scary moment here for Vertex. If Song is able to produce this many compies, unperturbed, it's not going to work.
Oh,
And he can't take this
here,
engagement yet. He just can't fight this yet. It's way too many compies for his account, and he's going to take the fight, but it's going to be so awkward.
yeah, this is probably game here.
Yeah, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, right? And it just won't work. He's going to thin the herd of the compies, but losing just thousands of res of cavalry there, maybe 2,000 res, right? Like, that's a really big moment there. He's going to try and dodge, buy himself some time. But here it comes. Towers don't work very well against Minone composites because the comp is just outranged, right? So he's going to be
It's
going sentries, but
this looks like this is the classic fire ant hill look. You know, you just got
yeah.
all these red copies. There's just nothing you can do at this point.
Yeah, I thought he was a little late getting to the 10 ranges, but maybe I misjudged that. I think maybe he found the timing at least to be big when he attacked. He didn't trickle in compies like you would expect, right? Like the first wave of compies went in when there was a lot of support already ready, right? Because the worst thing you want to do is, right, send in 5 compies and they all die, then you send 5 more and they all die, right? You don't want to trickle them in. He did a really good job. Sentry Towers do a good job of buying a lot of time, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm not loving this. His economy is completely idled as he tries to get some picks with these cavalry, but it just doesn't look like he's going to ever mass the units needed as his economy just gets absolutely slaughtered. The towers not doing enough to kill the compies fast enough. The compy DPS against the Bills just way too high.
Well, there's no gold. He's got no gold either. So at
Yeah,
this point, he's just kind of running around.
yeah, it's getting ugly. Compy's on the south now coming in. He's going to force even more towers from Vertex, but these towers are just going to buy a little bit of time before the GG gets called. And this compy train just don't stop. This is Minoan playing at its best. The fishing paid off just enough. It is idle, and I think it just got deleted. Looks like most of it legitimately just got deleted. Yeah, as it should have been. It had nothing to do anymore. As the Vills now migrate to the right again. There's some openings there. Looks like the compies have all either retreated or died to the towers. Maybe a bit of that's interesting. The towers are doing pretty well here. A little better than I thought, maybe. At clearing out the compies, at least.
Yeah, the timeline has just got to look horrific though.
Yeah,
There's
I mean,
so
it's
many.
over.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
I mean it was. Yeah, I mean look at that.
Yeah, and Song played it really well. Behind that, once he added the ranges, he started adding those TCs and up to 5 TC behind it, not letting his boom really slack off too much, hitting a really nice timing there with Minnow. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Maybe I'm used to a bit more aggression out of Minnow, like a little earlier in the Bronze Age, but you can't doubt success, right? That was a really good play. He played it super well. Um, didn't get caught by a cab switch. Really
Well,
nicely done.
these two guys have probably played 100 games together, I can imagine. And uh, so Black Waltz knows that. I mean, Vertex is known for aggression. I mean, he's just known for aggression. So that may be why he played a little
Mhm.
bit defensively, because if had Vertex been able to get those racks up and do his normal lightning strike, that could have been devastating. So seems like that's what Blackwell intended to do, was to just to defend.
Well, what's weird to me this game is Vertex had a Vil lead, right? And he knew it was because he had a dock, right? He had a 6 Vil lead, and instead of just camping the center, which would have been fine for him, right? He could have just retreated to reinforcements. He did that flank maneuver where he sent some slingers to the left, and they were like the trapped squadron, right? But then he sent his other army to the right, and as soon as I noticed it as the caster, seeing everything, Song immediately reacted. Did you see that? Song saw the army migrating to the right through like past this choke point, and Song just immediately charged. And that did so much damage to the timing of Vertex's bronze. You'd think if he was going bronze, he should have stayed back with his army, relaxed, camped the hill, camped his production buildings, and been like, okay, I have a better eco. I must have a better click time. I mean, maybe he was just panicked with the click, thinking he could set him, like, shake him or confuse him. I don't know. But really interesting game for game one. And we'll go into game two. Hmm. Spicy, right? That's a spicy
Oh,
game.
well, don't want to favor either of the players, but definitely want Vertex to win the second one so that we get the game three.
Yep. As we join as our spectator. Vertex versus Song. Oh boy. This is a really nice match too. Ah, okay. Roman versus Yam it is.
All right, so next up, while Winston's typing there, we've got Hill. So
Hell Country.
Rome versus Yam. Okay.
The Scout Rush Civ. Do you think we see a Scout Rush? Or do you think we see a more passive play into compies? After
I,
last
I
game was
don't
pretty passive, right?
I'm still gonna I'm gonna still assume it's gonna be slingers, that it's not gonna be a scout rush. These guys are too good to
Mhm.
lose to a scout rush, I think. It could be very it could be very tricky to pull off a scout rush against one of these two.
Yeah, and that leaves, if we do get a game three, Phoenician versus Shang on Oasis. That's interesting. Oops, sorry. I should go to here. So that's fine. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, start the game already.
I think it's gonna be a slinger war again, and I think we'll get to a bronze game, and then we'll see what's what at that point.
Yep. Let's see. Wait. Ah, I pressed a button and now I need to fix all this stuff. 1, 2. Okay, okay,
So
we're good.
that's what while you're fixing that. So that's
Yep.
my assumption is that we're going to get into a bronze game here. So we're going to be looking at Roman versus Yam.
Yeah, so we got Song with the Romans kind of in this left corner. I would have agreed with you about a bronze game in most generations, but check this out. Like look at our minimap. Like the players are just so close. Vertex up here with Yamato. I feel like this might, I mean, if they find each other, this is going to devolve quickly into aggression, right? Surely.
Oh, there's no doubt that there's going to be aggression. I think in Tool Age. The question is just as whether that Yam pick for Vertex, like you say, turns into a scout, or whether we end up with the slinger attack. If he does go scouts, it's gonna depend on what Black Bolt does in terms of being defensive here. Now this is his weakest spot is clearly on the eastern side where there's no choke points, and that's where and Vertex is already. So his forward Vil, does he go left or does he go south? If he goes left and spots him really early,
You never go
he
left
could be
here though.
right with a scout.
You never go left. You never check. There's no way he's gonna send his Vil to the left to check. Unless he's doing like a sweep for elephants, which would have been like a whole ring in. This Vil is looking for the enemy. The Yamato villas are really nice to scout early with because A, they get across the map faster, and B, you just escape enemy villas, right? If they try to chase you down, they're just wasting time, right? You just keep moving, they'll never catch you. And there's
All right. So
no
when he
way
goes
he
to
goes
six,
left.
you think he's going to break toward three?
Yeah, yeah. I think he's gonna break towards towards three. There's no way he checks to the left. That's just insane. And I feel like it's gonna be the same case for Song. He might get lucky here that he spots this house, but the
And
pathing
there he
won't let him
goes.
there if he clicks. Yep.
Got his little compass out. It's going northeast, just like he claimed.
And yeah, Song isn't gonna really spot this economy either, or this town either. It's gonna be interesting who finds who first with this spawning.
Okay, so when this Vil, this Bill that's headed to 3. When he gets to 3, Winston, now what do? You're like, okay, he's either at 8 or he's at
1.
1 to 2,
Yeah, that's
right?
tough.
It's 50-50 chance at that point, and he knows he's close. So he knows he's very close, but he doesn't know where.
And you know what's funny is Song is moving his economy to the left. Like he's moving west, which is gonna make it an even tighter game, right?
I think he's thinking defense again. I think he's thinking I move to the corner. Maybe the map looks good over here and is a little more defensive.
Mm-hmm.
It isn't actually, but he did find three elephants.
Yeah, this is just such an interesting position. And now we see Vertex sending the second Villa. He's made it to 3, sees nothing, and sends a Vill down, and he's like, "Where are you?" And now he's gonna spot the house, have to turn around quickly, otherwise give himself away. Did Song notice it this time? Song doesn't notice it this time. He had instant reactions last time he saw. And now he's
All
gonna
right,
see the
so here we
berry.
are. It's 6 minutes, Winston. Now he knows where Song is. Is it going to be? Is it going to be the scout, or is it going to be the slinger rush?
Well, it's
That
gonna
could
be
be
a
an axer
Rax,
too.
a Rax first back here. This is a really sneaky spot too. He sees these elephants, by the way. They're like a compass. He's already scouted like right here, so he saw these
Oh
elephants
no!
getting pulled.
Oh no! Did he get spotted? No. Song's too. Did Song was too focused on bringing the 2 elephants down, so I don't think he
No, he
noticed.
saw it. There's no way he
Oh, he
didn't see
did. He
that.
did. He did.
There's no way he doesn't see that, and that's really bad for Vertex. You thought he knew. You thought he knew where he was, but suddenly he gets spotted. Oh, he's gonna just hide? Nah, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. He got
Yeah.
trapped in the corner. Now he is Yamada, so again, this Vil could potentially escape for a while. Does Song have enough wood to keep this up? He does. He could keep walling him in. But Vertex now with a faster click on 20 pop, 22 pop for Romans from Song. Meanwhile, did we even see a painter get across the map? I don't think so. Did he lose a Vil? No, nobody lost a Vil. So Song just recalled his scouting Vil.
2 more vills that Vertex is committing to this rush, and he knows exactly where to play stuff at this point.
He's wasting a lot of time. This Vil is getting his money's worth, right?
Yeah, he
Being
tied up. He tied up. 2 vills 100%, another 3 vills with a little bit of time.
and another
First
group.
racks up.
Yeah, right in the front, right in your face. It's got to be Rax, right? It can't be anything other than Rax here. As he adds a Clubman and another Rax. Yeah, he's going to be going Axer to open. I like that, but we'll see if Song's able to wall this in time. He's almost up, adding a storage put on the stone, so it's going to be Slinger defense. He's got the hill where his Rax are.
Ooh, this is going to be. This is down to the wire as to whether these guys are going to get in and do some damage or not.
Well, he's gonna deny the stone, and that's the only stone mine really. He's gonna have to go way to the right, Song will, for the second stone mine, right? Like, yeah, nice. That seems nice, but you know how easy it is for Vertex to mix in 1 or 2 slingers? We gotta pause out from the players, right? Maybe a misclick. As Vertex brings his Axeman over. Does have armor, didn't get attack yet. It's gonna be tricky. Vertex.
He's gonna. Yeah, he's gonna idle some bills here. Just gonna help.
Oh, fighting up the hill with the Axeman. Lag too much, says Song. That's a problem. We don't want lag to interfere.
No.
Yeah, we'll give it a sec. Yeah, it's really interesting. He's fighting uphill and he doesn't have the attack upgrade yet. Man, would you be Song here? Putting your tournament life, or sorry, Vertex, putting your tournament life in the hands of some Axemen fighting slings. I feel like I can't remember the last time I saw Axemen in a tournament like really beats defensive slings when it was played well, but he's under a lot of pressure. And he's opened up his stone mine to try and let another villain. And Vertex is there with an Axeman. Maybe this works. No attack upgrade still for Vertex. It's not on the way yet. He's queuing up Vills behind this. Just maybe he's content with the damage he's done.
Look what Vertex did. He's trying to house the 2 racks up.
Just trying to get some vision, make sure those don't have easy. Yeah, apparently Song has a
Cool.
big issue with lag. Hmm. I don't know what we do about that.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Is he streaming his point of view? Does anyone see it? Because if he's streaming, maybe it could give us some insight into how bad it is, and it could help us make a determination. But I'm not sure. Sucks. You don't want a game to happen like that.
Yeah, especially if you get lag when you've got
Yeah.
combat going on. It's just a killer.
Yeah, attack upgrade comes in for Vertex now as he continues to move around the map, trying to avoid this massive slings. Because I mean, as good as that rush was, Song did kind of hit his win condition here, right? He's got 10 slingers up, and that's hard to deal with. Like, that's really, really tricky for Vertex to deal with right now. He did find two elephants in the middle of the map, and he's starting to add farms, but he's playing completely open. He's ignoring stone, not doing a slinger transition, as these slingers come to the left and potentially clean up this whole attack, and Vertex just in the middle of the map with these axemen now. I don't know what they're trying to accomplish as these slingers come around and start to clean this up, and this could get dicey. This could get really dicey. Vertex had a really good rush, but was it enough? Timeline's completely even, and the military is much better for Song.
How's the build count?
I mean, Vil count's not going to be super indicative. It says 24 for Black Bolt. We'll see if when the next Vil comes out, is it 25? No, yeah, he's under 24 Vils. He went up to 24 because he went 22 pop click. Then he built 2 as he was dying, and then he lost a lot of Vils. I don't know how many. We could check kills. Doesn't really tell us how many Vils died. I think a few slings died. I didn't quite keep track of everything perfectly. And so now we'll see this attack from the right coming back in, but this has been walled unless there's a hole there. I don't believe there is. As the slingers chase away the axemen. He's gonna have to
That's a
find a
big
way.
slinger army. If it, he needs to keep cleaning up these axemen, but if he is able to push forward with it, it's enough slingers to cause some serious damage.
Yeah, I think the bigger problem is Vertex, right? Like, how is Vertex gonna do this? Unless Song doesn't notice the right, which would be huge, but of course he notices, right? Like, he's gonna see that, and he's gonna be able to send his slings to clean it up. Vertex is in trouble, I think. He's gonna need to find a way to make this Axeman play work. He's now starting to add slingers, right? That's really good that he's starting the transition, but it's gonna need to be a strong transition into slingers. And is his economy set up to do so? Yeah, maybe
Blackwall,
actually.
Blackwall does not know where Vertex is. I don't think he's ever found his. So he's got this army, but he doesn't know where to go with it.
Yeah, and this house might lead him astray, right?
And if that army goes to 3, that's gonna be a huge problem.
He might figure it out eventually, though. Like, it won't be too long. It looks like he's just going to play a bit defensive as Vertex is just kind of hounding the left and the right here. Keeping his reinforcements alive is really good for him right now. He's getting the slinger upgrade, and he's starting to match the sling economy. Population-wise, Vertex has surpassed now Blackwolf, who had a little lead earlier because he had that sling mass. I mean, Axers and Slingers can take fights against pure Sling. It's just not good, right? Like, you really just want to match Sling to Sling once it's massed and into these numbers. Once you have 12, 14, 20 Slingers, like, the X-Men just get one shot, especially in combat around hills. Something Song could do is just take out these houses. Yeah, he's doing it now. Okay. Just to get rid of these dots, to make sure his attack moves defensively don't get all messed up. This is real spice right now. As Vertex
This is a
still
little
moving
tense.
around.
All right, so here it looks like Vertex is going to push a little bit. He's got a combo army with axers and slingers. So see if he gets some value out of this, because it's a big army. If it gets wiped, that's not going to be good.
He's gonna pick up 2 Vils on the stone.
Ooh, there goes the stone. Yeah.
Oh, 1 Vil, odd. But that's the reveal, right? Now Song knows what he's dealing with, but look at the number of slings that Song's managed to build. It's going to be
He's
up to
keeping
Vertex
the.
to hold this hill.
I think he's keeping the axers in the back. I think he's going to try a clapping, but it's just he doesn't. I don't think it's big enough.
I think it is. I think this could work. He's single filing though. He got the position he needs, but they're just walking in one at a time. And oh, this is horrible micro from Vertex. He's trying to push this back, but Song with a really good micro here, able to hold back the army of Axemen. All of them dying, only 1 or 2 hits in from the Axemen, but the whole time those slings in the back were applying pressure. So we'll see. The sling number's now pretty even. So maybe the Axemen did just enough. But that was about the bare minimum you expect out of Axemen. That was one of the worst engagements that you could really hope for. Right. Really tough there for Vertex.
I mean, he had what, like 7-ish axers that
Hmm.
just basically died.
Yeah, but only 2 vills on stone, and they're on the right now? Where's... He's walking stone now. Yeah, okay. It could be juicy here. If he kills these stone miners, it could get really dicey. The 2 axemen coming around the right now, the last remaining melee units in the game, basically, as Vertex just trying to push for the kill here. He's going for it, all in. This is a tough fight though. He's walking into the concave position of Song. Song's got the better positioning, but does he have the numbers? The Axeman getting some slaps in finally. I think Vertex is out microing right now.
Yeah,
I think
he
he's just
is.
got that little mass advantage. It is up against 4 racks. Vertex on 5
How
though.
much stone does Black Bolts
15.
have?
15. It's been idled. He has to go to the
That's
right
a
now.
problem.
That's a
That's a
real
huge
big
problem.
issue. It's 5 barracks
That's game
versus...
over then. It's game over if he doesn't get on stone somewhere.
He's doing it now, but it's 5 racks versus 4. It's farmers versus no farms. It's lost vills versus no lost vills. Song did catch up in eco, but I think that's because Vertex smells the kill and he's all in. He's queued up some vills. Song is queuing up vills even though his TC is completely surrounded. This vill should just die. But the farms going down is huge, right? Man, what a spicy game. I'm smelling Oasis. I'm smelling
Yeah,
Oasis.
definitely.
And
And
the
this can be
Axemen
tough to
finally come
recover
around the
from.
back. Sorry.
How much food? How much food does he have left?
None? He's out? He's got 28 food in the bank and 6 slingers in queue.
And no food production at all. Not berries, nothing. I don't. Doesn't
0
look like.
vills on resources. His last economy is now going into slings. He's got 2 in queue. And this is going to be a fight for Song's life as Vertex very comfortable pump behind this except for the house. And now he's coming around the north as well. He's going to catch off the stone miners. He's trying to take a fight around this hill, but the granary making Song's defense really strong, but the economy is going to be caught out here. Ooh, spicy.
The woodies are getting butchered.
Players fighting for elevation here on the south side of the fight, whereas, yeah, the stone is going to get idled. The food is going to get idled. This is game. We're going to see a game 3, dude. I'm so excited. As Song just tries to retreat here. Vertex pushing on the left. This is everything to look at now. As a full surround comes in, the Vills being pulled to try and fight back the Slinger incursion on the north and the right. Oh, north and the right, that's good directional input from me. North and the east. As the Stone Miners go out and GG gets called, Song taken down in game number 2, tying up this best of 3 1-1. We're going to Oasis. Wow, what a game.
North by north right.
North by north right, that's it. You know. Oasis with some spicy civs, man. Oasis with some spicy civs. Let's take a look at our captain's mode here, our draft. Yamato coming out ahead over Romans is that's dicey. That's dicey. And now that we're in this 1-1 setup, we have Phoenician versus Shang on Oasis for game 3.
So both of these players, excellent players. These guys are contenders to win this tournament, and it's now tied up. We're on Oasis, which is a very tricky map to maneuver sometimes. Um, this is going to be interesting.
Hmm. Yeah, what's interesting here for me is that game was hard to play for both players, right? Like that match on Hill Country was just one of the trickiest maps to play. The positioning is unexpected. The Civ matchup is kind of normal. Like I think you see that one quite a lot on Hill Country. Yamato's picked a lot on hills just because some players like the cheaper scouts, but a lot of players just like the faster vills and a good tech tree, right? In Bronze Age, they can go into anything. They have every unit. They're not like limited like Assyrian is, right? You can go slings, you can go cav, you can go compy, right? It's just a great civ. But beating Roman, I don't know if I've seen it beat Roman in a while. I feel like Roman tends to win in those positions where they're allowed defensive slings, especially when the map position is so skewed and the rush is so late. But we'll see as we go into our final game here. Let's make sure I don't forget to join the lobby.
So Bartox, if you want to look at the brackets on Winston's Discord page, you can look at the brackets. It'll show you what the current situation is, and of course, all of the recordings are on Winston's, uh,
Twitch
his
and YouTube,
site
yeah.
right here. Oh, there you go. He's posted.
There's the bracket right there, guys. Spoilers are in there. If you're trying to catch up, don't click on the brackets. Ah, hi Silvers. Yeah, you missed some exciting
Oh,
games so far.
Yeah, you're gonna have to you're gonna have to watch the recording on this over. There's some two excellent games so far.
Yeah, the inland game was weird but interesting. Like it really showed how important those tactics are, right?
Yes.
Fo vs Shang, Oasis. My gosh, this is what we play for, right? GG
Oh,
indeed.
versus Shang.
And this is a weird matchup on Oasis, right? They're working with totally different bonuses.
It's a strange pick. I feel like for Vertex because a lot of times people they run to the center and then they wall up around the forest at the center of the map. And so usually wood at that point is very available. And Shang, of course, is an obvious choice for this map because of the cheap Vil production. I just surprised by Foe for this map.
I guess it makes your starting storage pit a little more flexible. It gives you the opportunity if you need to build the pit on your deer.
But would you take Foe over Shang for this map?
No, no, never, 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 never.
Right. I
There's
mean,
some civs I would take over Foe, but there are a few civs that I would take over Shang. Right? I can't think of many that I'd take over Shang. I mean, Sumerian I would take over Foe, which was open still. Karth I would have used here potentially for the simplicity of the opening. I don't know. Like it's tricky. Roman's a great civ here, but Phoenician. I mean, I feel like we're sleeping on Phoenician a bit. That wood bonus is really insane. If you do get to the middle, it can make your farm transition really strong.
yeah, I mean, certainly there's advantages to. I mean, Foe's always a good one. It's just
Right.
I just it just seems unusual. I think it's the first time. Well, we haven't seen that many Oasis
Hmm.
matchups here, but so I guess what I was going to say is first time we've seen this, but you just don't see it very often.
And this is such a good map for a song. I just loaded into. I'm just checking out Song's map first. It's perfect. Like you literally can't ask for a better map. He's got a big hill in front of his base, easy for barracks to go on. He can just barrack here maybe if he spots that Vertex is coming around the north. He's got stone mines close to a barrack hill. He's got two elephants, easy gazelle push, an extra gazelle patch, like, and that's just looking at his direct vicinity. If we pan out a bit, he's got another elephant he could find. another gazelle wood pit. So he's got 4 gazelle herds, 3 elephants, and a good berry spot here even too. Like, this is so insane. Let's check
All right.
Vertex's map to compare. Oh, I hit some buttons here. Hold on. Vertex's map by comparison is let's get rid of that. So I'm still working on making everything work properly. So
Well,
now I
while
do
you're
that.
doing that, I just talk about his map. It's up there. His
Mhm.
map is pretty good too. I mean, he's got stone right there. That's easy. He's got a gazelle herd that he's already pushing, and he's also got 2 elephants.
Mhm.
Um, so I don't think it's quite as good, but it's definitely not a bad map.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. I think Strag wise, Song's a little screwed actually. At the start, he might not be thinking this is a great map. It'll make up for itself later with the elephants, because that'll just boost the Shang Eco a lot. Oh, he handled that perfectly somehow. He moved the Vills out to the Strags just at the right time. He's getting 2 against the wall, but he probably knows how to deal with this. It's a little tricky to do this, but he's probably going to do like House Trick or something. Nah, he just walks it.
Nah, he cleaned it up
Yeah, he
perfectly.
cleaned it up great. Sometimes it can be really tricky when your straggler trees on Oasis are in the same direction as your Gazelle push, because this is the one map where like there really isn't an alternative. You have to push your Gazelle to your TC in this map, or you lose, right? It's just pretty straightforward. It's just a mechanic you have to execute on. Um, it's what something separates the boys from the men, right? Or the good players from the bad players, right? It's just so necessary here, and both players having pretty similar maps makes me think that we might see slings. We don't have that close spawn like we saw last game. We have really separated spawns. Whoa! Maybe Song noticing something I didn't, because it's hard to see on the mini map if you look at our mini map, right? It's kind of hard to see it, but look now. Look how wallable this left side is.
Yeah, he probably doesn't realize that yet, that it's that wallable. But well, yeah, I guess he knows it's close to the edge, but that
Yeah,
second patch of trees really makes it simple.
both patches of trees make it simple. I mean, like, that is really easy to 4 or 5 tile wall that. So maybe we see him wall that and angle his base to the south. I'm not sure what we'll see though. He didn't find these elephants yet. We'll find them now. Okay, so he did find them. He was just waiting to pull. As
Well, this is look at the mini map, Winston. So we've got Song rotating right,
mhm.
and we've got Vertex rotating right. So they're gonna find each other within 30 seconds of each other, probably.
Yep. That's Vertex's first wood pit is on the middle. That's interesting because you'd and he's got stone there. I was about to say you'd expect him to pit there for the stone. But maybe he's thinking about the full migration. I mean, I was talking about that. If you get to the middle with Phoenician, they can be really spicy. If you get a lot of ills on wood, their economy can really start racking up. And big play.
Does he see the Blueville? He didn't see him, I don't think yet. He hasn't been spotted, which is a huge advantage right now for Blackwolves.
Mhm.
That guy knows where Vertex is. See if Vertex gets the same advantage.
I mean, Song just potentially gave up his Shang bonus, right? He lost a Vil to an elephant lure on the hill.
This is going to get so hot so fast because Vertex now knows where Song is, and his Vil is undetected so far.
Hmm.
Well, now why is Black Bolt going as far as he is around the map?
Maybe he's just coming home. Maybe he just wanted to do a little scout, see what was up. And his Vil gets spotted. He has the hill to work with, but I don't think you take the trade. Yeah, you don't trade this if you have the forward Vil here. He's just gonna try and outrun him. He never got the first hit off, so it's gonna just be a lot of micro from Blackwolt to keep his Vil kind of. Oh, and he's gonna try and lame the deer. Ooh, that's mean. That's mean.
Jeez.
I mean, it's really smart, honestly, when you think about it. It's really smart when you think about it. Denying this food long term against Shang, the age up is much faster for Song though. Song adding the barracks already, a market as well. Looks like we're just going to be seeing. Wait, there's no way he's trying to bronze this, right?
No, no, not on this map. I mean,
I
well,
mean, he had he almost had enough food to just YOLO it. I think actually, um, it would have been really dicey, I guess, but I feel like it was an option. I don't know. He had like 500 food, right? Like it could have been a thing. Meanwhile, Vertex just going to be defensive slings at home as well. So both players playing basically the same game. And it's going to be a long game here, I think. This is going to take a while to resolve. This is really exciting though.
well, the so Vertex's Forwardville is just kind of unmolested out there running around scouting everything out.
He's going to see the stone. Yeah, it makes it better. Oh. Weird time to finally deal damage with the Vil.
I guess he doesn't want to rush at all. He wants to make him think he's rushing, I guess.
Yeah, if you force your opponent into panicking up some walls, maybe building their base layout like more defensively, less greedy, then that could be good. Um, but we'll see. I'm curious to see when Vertex is going to move out. And here it is. Yeah, two slings starting to move now. Across the left side, looks like he's identified which angle he wants to attack from. Very spicy indeed.
Winston, is there a blue Vil at Vertex's pit?
No?
No, there wasn't. I thought something was blinking on the mini map over there. It's just an
No,
artifact.
what are you talking about? There isn't, right? Yeah, no, there's no blue
No.
Vil. There's no blue Vil. I'm not blind,
No,
you're
there's
blind.
nothing.
I don't know what you're talking
No,
about. You're
it may
distracting
just be
everybody.
my monitor.
AoE 1 indeed. AoE 1 indeed. Yeah, Song. I don't know about his play here. Like, he's got the big hill. These hills are always so good for slings. With this rush distance from their bases, it's going to be so hard for Vertex to really deal damage here, I think. I think the trick here is focus on your economy and not taking damage from the slings. Eco-wise, if we check out the Vil counts, 29 to 25. So Song with that Shang lead.
Vertex he's got 6 farms up. Song doesn't have any farms up yet, so once those berries run out, he's gonna have to figure out where he's gonna get some food.
Where did that forward Vil go? Did it die running around? We can check. Yes? Wait. I think I know where it died. I think it died to a lion.
That's always disappointing.
Yep. So, yeah, this is weird. I think Song's gonna think about moving out now, but there's slingers on his base, and that's gonna force him to stay here, right? The slings just attacked, making him second guess it. I mean, we saw this in game 1, right? He was overly aggressive with the slings, and Song punished him hard, right? So we'll see if this happens again. Song with the TC delete. Don't if you're new to the game, don't be concerned. On Oasis, this is by far the meta. It is really strong to do. You just save yourself all the walk time and you just migrate your entire economy. But you know what this tells me is Vertex is really ahead in the farm transition.
He really is, and he's a little. All of Black Waltz's eggs are in one basket right there.
Yeah, but it's Fort Knox for now. It's gonna be so hard to push this. I mean, unless Vertex somehow takes the hill, that's gonna be impossible to punish, right? Like his production's right there, his economy's there, so he's not likely to move his army out. He might lose some houses around the edge, which is just gonna be annoying. And Vertex might try and keep attacking the stone mine, but I mean, Vertex knows he's down. Oh, I said he was down an army, but looks like he's massed quite a few units now. I guess it's just not concentrated, right? He's moving some units around the right as well, some around the left. This is kind of that weird play that I don't love. Like if Song were to do something decisively right now, he could easily, you know, what's it called? The Napoleon strategy, divide and conquer, right? He could easily find these small armies and pick them off. But I guess it's hard on Oasis to really secure a win with sling on sling, right? They could just run infinitely, basically. But we'll see on the left here. It looks like Vertex actually going to have enough. Bringing up 3 vills, going to try and wall this, but just in time for Song to be here. 1 vill might go down, but we could see the vills retreat. I'm not sure how this goes, actually. Looks like Song going to try and push the gap. Not going to work. This might embolden Vertex to move in as Song moves out with the rest of his army. And here you said it. Like you said, all eggs in one basket. Some farmers could go down. Song does notice, but Vertex is going to have to pull back. The vills all idle. The wall not complete. And the slinger count is there. But there's more slingers defensively here. As the fight in the economy does continue, looks like 1 vill went down. And he took the hill. Why is he leaving? He has the hill. I guess he just doesn't have the numbers to stay there.
No, with 3 racks pumping out, it's just a little too close. I think he'd have lost his forward army. And he probably wants to keep it, just harass him, you know.
But once again, that's Vertex delaying that farm transition of Song, and Vertex has much better setup here. He's got a really clean eco around the oh, battle. Sorry. A lion kills another unit in this game. Lions on Oasis just, I feel like they are OP. They overperform every game, right? Like, now we see Vertex chasing
So
back
what's the
that
kill
incursion.
count? What's the kill count between these two?
It's very close. It's 8 to 9. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The economy has been basically neutralized. Vertex has kept his TC active this whole time and killed 2 vills now, I believe. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth to rebuild because you like at this point you're sending vills from here all the way to here, right? It's a long walk time, and that time it's a vill idle basically to walk it to from the edge to the middle. Right, so you kind of compensate the idle time on the TC with more efficient vills over the course of the game. Is now Song gonna move in on the stone. Another barracks going up, but this hill is gonna be hard to fight. But I think Vertex has the numbers here, as his army around the south is gonna go a little bit tricky to find for Song, as Vertex is gonna fall back from the hill. Not gonna really find a way in there. He sends that vill, by the way, back, so he's gonna wall this up now. And now Vertex, once he's walled this up, is he going to reroute all of his things to the south and plan a new attack? While keeping this small army here. Man, Song is in so much trouble, it feels like. He's added a 5th barracks. But Vertex is bronzing. Like, yeah, that's what I was saying. Four barracks into bronze. Song's farm economy was just so far behind that if we had a food gathered graph, we definitely see the disparity at this stage.
Song, again, the repeat. Song's moving his army away from his vills just at the time Vertex comes in to harass him.
Yeah, Song really wants to take a decisive fight against these armies, but just can't seem to do so because Vertex is moving really, really efficiently here. This has been really clean game. Like, I mean, a remarkably clean game from Vertex, right? His economy has been perfect. His bronze time is great. He's not on gold yet with Phoenician. Is he considering chariots, like melee chariots with this attack upgrade? That could be the plan. Just
I think
ignore
so. And a
gold.
lot of times, you know, the stronger players are very good at micromanaging CAs versus slingers with the extra range and the speed, and it really works out well. So that's probably what he's thinking here is to mass some CA.
Nah, he's getting the gold upgrade. So he's gonna move to gold soon. He's just maybe waiting for the right time. Yeah, he's adding that now. We're gonna see Wheel come in after the gold upgrade. We see the instant government center. He's feeling his lead here. Song still not clicked up even. If Vertex goes 3 TCs right now with his current wood income, oh my gosh, if he just had 3 TCs, is the game over? Like can Vertex just win with the boom here? We have the stable now from Song. He's gonna get the click now. Now at what, 2.5, 3 minutes later, he clicks. Oof. This is gonna get dicey. 1 TC on the middle. We're likely gonna see a second from Vertex. And there's the second. He's gonna be after 3 TCs. I'm expecting a fourth, to be honest, like right there or something. Maybe
He's
not
done a
though.
really good job of just constantly harassing
He's run around the
Black
back here.
Waltz with these two armies.
Yeah, you see how he's run around the back here? And I love that Vertex found this wall spot, by the way. It's so cheap. I was expecting him to honestly quadruple layer this, just so he knows he's safe, but at this point, Song doesn't really have any offensive ability here. Unless we see a big shift here, I actually think, the more I look at it, the more I think you have to quadruple wall this. He's moving his whole army around the right. He's going to be attacked from the hill here, so this is a really dangerous spot to put his slingers. He might get mopped here, and it might seem like it's irrelevant because it's a tool unit, but you really don't want to be... Oh, he just runs past! There was a hole!
There's a hole there.
He could just run to the wood line. Or the gold, deny some gold vills.
They're gonna get cleaned up really fast though. This is an army to the left.
Yeah,
an
but
army
you
to the
kill
right.
4 vills, 5 vills out of the gold. At this point, this army is a little... And he's moving in onto the food again. Vertex just still making this work. He's killing some more vills. This is huge. He's on multiple TCs behind this, keep in mind. This is going to snowball a lead so hard right now. As Vertex with 1,000 wood in the bank. About to drop down maybe 20 farms. Add in a bunch of stables or ranges. Yeah, it's going to be stables. I don't know where. But he's going to add in those stables as his army doesn't get cleaned up, but, I mean, it was for a great cause, right? He just killed so many vills. Look at the eco lead. And that was the vill high for Song. Vertex just in a dominant position now. I struggle to see how Song is really going to make up for it unless his boom is just beautiful.
Yeah, and he's still got to deal with this harassing slinger army that Vertex has just been doing a masterful job of maneuvering.
Yeah, it's been really fun to watch this. It's like the farms get idled again. You can see just trouble in paradise here. The TCs start to come down for Song, but I mean, it was at 21 minutes when Vertex finished the government center. So these TCs have been pumping for a while. Look at that. Is he going iron? No, he's adding cav. He's adding cav. I was going to say, that would be insane. But he's going to go cav from home. He's taking it slow. I like this approach. Not feeling the pressure yet. He took the economic approach. He got the wood chopping upgrade. He got artisanship. He got the gold upgrade. He got wheel, obviously. He might have even had domestication at this point. Can't really check that one as a spectator, unless you see it happening. And Song will just be walling behind Vertex's wall, which is going to give Vertex maybe an extra layer of comfort, as Song does have a larger sling mass to work with. He does have a much larger army at the moment. The KD is even, but the units lost matter a lot here. And we might need to see some additional walling here from Vertex so he doesn't get wrapped on by these cav. The raids could get pretty problematic for him. But look at Vertex's production queue. 3 stables already. Having trouble with houses, if anything. We're going to see this engagement happen. And yeah, this is dicey. If you lose your cav here, you could give Black Bolts a way back into this game. The cav just need to focus down the slings, and the slings need to focus down the cav. Pretty straightforward micro here, but Song just has double the slinger count, so maybe a bit of an overstep from Vertex with that last run-in for just a few vills. Maybe he needed to focus on keeping that army alive.
Yeah, he's gotta do a retreat, just a slow retreat until he can build up about another 5 or so cav, and then I think he'll be all right.
Okay. Yeah, he'll be okay. He's even queuing up some camels because he knows he has enough cav now to take out the sling mass, but the sling mass does have the force to the back. They're going to be really tricky here. The pathing's going to be awkward for Vertex. He's going to have to back up. As now Vertex looks to try and readjust for a new angle to attack this. I think going this far forward with the slings will mean that the sling mass is ride or die now. They're about to get mopped up here as he comes in from the north, reinforcements from the south. This army's gonna get wiped now, surely.
Fully upgraded cav.
Yep, nobility's in.
They're gonna mow through those slingers.
Yeah, nobility's in. The armor upgrade's on the way, but there's not enough. The camels are in now to deal with the cav reinforcements. Beautiful timing from Vertex. Can Song turn this around this game? As now we have the cleanup. GG gets called. He's not even gonna try. He's not even gonna try. What? Huh. Not even trying is Song. That's crazy to me. I guess the Vil count just really got out of hand there. Like, Vertex played that really well. He did the 3TC boom there, and it was just unstoppable. It was definitely over, I know, Mork, but man, I thought maybe there's a chance. Like, it's a tournament, right? Like, he was walling here. Like, maybe he could hold on, switch into Compy with Shang, try and deal with the Cav. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I know. Army was gone and double eco. Yeah, it's a brutal position to be in, but damn, what a game. What a game. So now Vertex taking the series 2-1. Fantastic stuff from him. Oh my gosh, Song must be devastated after that.
Yeah, that was, it's that Vertex aggression. I mean, he's known for that, always going forward, always attacking early. And, that back and forth with the two smaller slinger armies, he got so much harassment value out of really maneuvering those things effectively.
Yeah, and I really thought that this base was like perfect for Song, but I mean Vertex exploited it really nicely. Every time he took a fight at the stone, Song would reroute the slingers to the north, be like, "Okay, this is the fight. I'm coming, I'm coming." And then that like 5 or 6 slingers would walk in, maybe not get a Vil kill, but idle the farmers, force them away. Really, really, really good game. Really good game. Really well done. Also identifying the wall spot early so that it forced Song around the south side, which was a long rotation. Bought him plenty of time for that huge boom to pay off. Economically, just way ahead. Like, it's one thing when you're bronze faster. It's another thing when you add the TCs faster. But it's a totally different ball game when you add the TCs with the faster bronze and you have the eco upgrades, right? We saw his market early. He did the gold upgrade. He did artisanship. He did I think he had the food upgrade, domestication. I saw him get queue up after wheel. He may have even had plow, which is just like we're talking about every eco upgrade under the sun, and it just he boomed. He boomed hard, and it paid off. It played well. Wow, what a game! Whoa, whoa, whoa.